for what you can do, I think you'll start to, the fear just can't exist in two places. That's another thing. If you have a love of what you do, you can't be thinking about how scared you are. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I guess when I got the playtime and the emerging, it's like you remember that, this is have as much joy as you can. When you're feeling joy, you can't feel scared. So we actually do have control over our thoughts and our emotions. And, this other information about taking action or just staying out of, it's like fear is a vibration. It's like all around us, but it doesn't mean that we have to tune into it. When I do psychic work, there's an AM radio or an FM radio. I can hear a lot of different things. That's why earlier in the show I set my intention that I invite exactly who I want to communicate with, and that way I know there's other stuff going on, but that's not who I'm talking to. Does that make sense? So same thing for you. Resolve to persevere. You're never really broken. You're never not going to be taken care of. There's always something meaningful for you to do if you think about it like that. And then I keep hearing, like, take practical steps. Like, when you need a job, you look for a job. You show up. It's like you co-create with the universe. You do your part. The universe steps in and does their part. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. So stay out of fear and just really appreciate all the good qualities that you bring to your job and what a benefit you are to your employer, and that you're not really working for the person you're working for. Working on a different level, I think you'll start to feel more joy about what you're doing and know that really anything is possible. Okay, well, thank you for your call, and I pray this reading was a blessing for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we're getting to be 10 of. Well, thank you, everyone that's called in today. We're on for about 10 more minutes. Oh, good.
Here we
This is
go.
Great.
Thank you for calling the Intuitive Millionaire Coach Show. You're on the air. What's your first name?
Amanda.
Amanda. Hi. What's your question for
Amanda.
Ann?
Hi, Amanda.
Hey, Ann.
Hi,
How are
Amanda.
you?
Welcome. Thank you for calling. Amanda's in my inner circle, too, on Facebook. I have some cards here. I'll pull a couple cards for you if you'd like. Did you have a particular question?
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just wondering, are there any messages from my guides or anything I should be aware of?
Okay. Well, I'm getting a lot of creativity for you, Amanda. I get that. Again, I was just starting to talk earlier about the Foundation Center. The second center is called Creativity and Truth. And the first thing that's like jumping out at me is how much creativity you have, and that, like, I see you writing more, even like writing a book about healing. Okay, so the message is that you're a healer and doing readings and everything like that, but I feel like you're also a teacher, and and I'm not saying like today or tomorrow, but they're just your message from your guide, just a bigger picture. You have a lot of creative projects on your plate, and it's not about doing them today. It's like, okay, look how many color oranges I'm seeing. Creativity, bloom where you were planted, harmony, inner peace is heaven. It's like all of these cards are reminding me that you have bigger creative projects headed your way. And once you really get like the time and the space to do it, it's like it's not going to go away. When I wrote my first book in 2004, I couldn't believe that it all came back. I was like a computer in my head telling me everything I needed to write that I couldn't remember. I couldn't believe I remembered so many details about my life. So just know that it's not going to go away. When you're like have a contract from the universe to come and do something, you're going to be given all of the directions to do it. So let me see, get a little more.
That's great.
Let me see. Yeah, the card New Love and Children came up, which is good for you. So really enjoy your family time, and they're saying you could even possibly write a children's book. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Did you ever think of that? I know that just popped right in. Because you're...
Yeah, that would be fun to do.
Yeah, well, you're really in, a good place where it's like you write in that place where you know what children's books are out. You kind of have your own way of helping your children feel safe. You know what I'm saying? There's some things like at night, or like you might, you have a unique gift about with children, and I think that you're going to be able to put it in a book form should you choose to do it. Sometimes I see for people all these doors. It's like 1,000-petal lotus, I like to call it. It could be number 800 or 5 or something, but it's definitely in there for you to have fun and even illustrate. Are you creative, like painting and drawing at all? Like, can you draw?
When I was a child, I was.
Okay, well,
I lost touch with it, but
it may
might be fun to get back into.
Well, a children's book has illustrations that are not incredibly sophisticated. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of a lot of the books. So there's something about having fun, even having your kids illustrate. Just
oh, that would be fun.
kids like to do artwork and draw and stuff. So I feel like there's a project for you and your kids to do something really cool together like that, as well as other things
That
too.
would be nice.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, thank you so much for calling.
I love it.
Well,
thank you.
talk to you soon. See you online.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
That was great. Okay, so. Okay, great. Oh,
You've
good.
got quite a
Good.
fan club.
Excellent.
Thank you for calling the Intuitive Millionaire Coach Show. What's your first name?
Deanna.
Deanna, what's your question for Ann?
Hi, Deanna.
Hi. I've forgotten what my purpose is. Can you help me?
Okay, see what I get. Do you I'm just have to ask you, do you like anything around design or fashion or anything like that, or decorating your home?
Design, yes. Not fashion.
Tell me more about the
I
design.
just go to graphic design school.
Okay. Tell me more about that, because I just got designers. I got the embrace the divine feminine within, and the first message I got was something around design. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
That's funny because I have a home-based business, and actually design is part of the name.
Okay.
Where I do long arm quilting for people.
Okay.
And they bring their creations to me, and then I finish that for them. So
Okay.
I don't know if it's just interesting that word came up.
Exactly, I know.
Design, 'cause that's
Yep. Well, that's why I thank God every day for this ability. It's something that I prayed for so thank you, and it's something that was definitely teachable. So everybody know that you can allow information to come through to help other people, and everybody has this ability to a certain extent. So design came in, but you asked about life purpose. Let's dig in a little bit more with that. So, and again, this abundance card is like right here. So I'm asking, do you not feel abundant enough? I mean, I don't mean financially abundant, but it doesn't make your heart sing anymore. You're not feeling like, because you're doing something creative, and you're an entrepreneur, and you're doing something around the school. It's like you went to school and you're doing it, but you feel like there's something missing. It's not quite enough. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, it's not going to it's not going to sustain me as far as financially, and it is something that maybe I'm losing interest in. I don't really feel like it's my life's purpose
Yep.
to do this. I mean, it's not like this can't be part of my life.
Sure.
I don't mean that. I just don't feel like this is my life, doing this,
Yep.
this job or this activity.
Well, and then I pulled the card, realize your divine potential. I don't know if you can see the TV right now, but it's definitely a message. It's got a glittery star, realize your divine potential. Kind of reminds me of this article that I wrote to help people find their life purpose. And there's just 5 things, and see if any of these, we can talk about these with the few minutes we have left. Joy is your roadmap is number 1. Okay, so if you're not feeling as much joy, like you said, you weren't, good indication, because what I've discovered with life purpose is, again, like I said to Amanda, the earlier caller, it doesn't go away. It just grows and grows and grows. Okay, so joy is a roadmap. So if you can start to think about, again, these things can be dormant or latent within us. I mean, finding our life purpose can take some time. So really, honor yourself. You can definitely call on your higher self and know that you have a higher self that does have all the answers. and you can begin to tune in. We just have 3 minutes left. I'm going to give you a couple of other things. This is easier than I thought. That's number 2 for life purpose. When it's not that difficult, you may need to take a course or two, but if you feel kind of like this is I'm in the natural flow of this. Lose track of time, number 3. If you realize like you're doing something, you lose track of time, start to pay attention to those things. Deep feeling of inner peace. If it's cooking, I'm just saying, we can work more on this. Feel free to call in the next couple weeks, or maybe you want to be one of my primary coaching clients. My email is anndeidre@gmail.com. If you want to work with me further, or maybe call in the next couple months and do some more live coaching with me, consider that. And pay attention to your life purpose will be known. So just try to think of those things: joy, lose track of time, and don't judge it. I mean, life purposes can be very varied, so just pay attention to those things, and I pray this reading is a blessing to you. I wish we had more time. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I think we just have a couple minutes left. Wow, thank you so much, everyone, for calling in. This has just been such a joy for me. And thank you, Dean, for managing the phone so well. And Joe, our producer. We just have a couple minutes left. Next week, we're going to be on same time, same channel, same phone number to call in. It's going to be pretty much the same format. We can try to squeeze in another call, sure.
That one's going.
Won't go. Okay. Okay.
Too late. Yep.
All right. So next week we're going to offer the same thing, spot reading and coaching. If you've called today and would like to call in again, absolutely welcome that. And any new callers, as always, would love to hear from you. Again, my website is www.annedeidre.com, ANNEDEIDRE. And so I thank you all again for being here with me today. It's been great. I guess I could just pull another card, just a general message for everybody. Greatest of these is love. Lots of love cards. Oh my goodness, I got 3 love cards in a row. Great love involves great risk. The greatest of these is love and new love. So a message for all watching is that know that you are loved greatly. I'm hearing Esther Hicks say there's great love for you here now. There is great love here for you now. No matter what is happening in the world, there's always great love within you. There's always great love around you. And you all have much to offer the planet. Just do what brings you joy and be happy. I think that's, there is happiness, there is joy, there is love. It's a vibration, and it is within you. So, how much time we have? Just about a minute left. What's that? Okay. Well, thanks again for tuning in, everyone. Much love and many blessings. See you next week.